The plan was today to bring you guys a book review on the 6 Secrets to Startup Success. Well, I tried to read the book and it stressed me the crap out because it was a numbered list and then a bullet point inside the numbered list and then a numbered list inside of the bullet point inside of the numbered list. I am not exaggerating, y'all. Check this book out. It seriously is like that. No hate to the author. I understand everybody has different ways that they learn and different ways that they write. That is not the way I learn. I've learned now I prefer topical studies rather than broad studies with several different topics, and when I realized this was happening, I looked at my notepad halfway through the book. I only had 4 lines of notes written down, which is extremely unlike me, so I put the book down and I didn't finish it, and I'm sorry that I did not finish this book because I always try to finish the books for you guys. So because of that, today's topic is going to be about something that the book kind of covers, but it's also going to be more about my personal experience and what I found along the way. So I'm going to bring you guys The Secret to Episode 3, Optimism. So one example that the book does use about optimism is Icarus, and I like this example because I love my mythology. So the story of Icarus goes like this. He had wings of wax made for him, and he was told to not fly too high or the sun would melt his wings, and to not fly too low or the salt from the ocean water would melt his wings. Well, as soon as he took to the sky and started flying, he immediately loved the feeling of flying and just kept flying up and up and up and up and up, ignoring the advice given to him before, and he flew too high, his wings melted, and he fell to his death. That's the story of Icarus, and I think that's a good story about optimism because it's great to be extremely optimistic about your business, but there's a fine line on optimism. Obviously, you don't want to be too pessimistic or your business will fall, and you don't want to be too optimistic or your business will fall. So you need to find that fine line, and what I really recommend doing is flying as high as you possibly can to get that success from optimism. So what you need to realize is a few different key principles here, and I'm not going to do what the book does. I'm not just going to include this information here and have that be it. This is all going to be over one topical study, and that study is optimism. So let's get going. The few things that you need to know to not be too optimistic is, number 1, businesses are not successful in the first few years. So that means that you need to understand that as hard as you try to be successful with your business in the first couple of years because you think you have the greatest idea, you may have the greatest idea in the world, but it may still take you 5 years to take off. That's just how business is. Business is an unforgiving market, and you should stay optimistic, but you should also realize that you are not the ultimate hero of entrepreneurship. You are just like everybody else, and your business could take longer to take off. So because of this, the second point here is you need to be careful of being too optimistic that you don't plan. You think that your plan is going to be foolproof, whatever you come up with is going to be great, and this borderline's narcissism, but you think whatever you come up with is going to be great. You are the perfect entrepreneur for your industry, so whatever you come up with is going to be perfect. That's not true. What you need to realize is that you have to plan just like everybody else planned. You have to take the steps needed to plan, and I'll cover planning in a later video. If I covered it by now, I'll put it in the link in the description. But you need to understand that the lifeblood of your business comes from your ability to plan, not your ability to be optimistic. And sometimes you need to be a little pessimistic when you're planning, which means you need to fly a little bit lower when you're planning. And if you have the inability to do this, then you need to surround yourself with people that can help you do this. You don't want to get rid of all of the naysayers, because sometimes the naysayers are saying the right thing, saying what you want to hear. So my third point here is understand that you do not know everything about your industry. Because you're optimistic, because you think that you have the greatest idea in the world, it's easy to say, I have the greatest idea in the world. Nobody else who's giving me advice knows anything about what's going on. And that is not true. You need to understand that there are people that are going to give you advice that is going to be helpful. As I said in my last video, this I will cover on a future day. I will maybe cover this in a couple of weeks from now. But you need to understand that not everybody is giving you bad advice. Some people are speaking from experience that is actually relevant to what you are doing. And you need to be able to sift through all of this advice, sift through the crap, and realize this is good advice, this is bad advice, and take the good advice and throw the bad advice to the wayside. So what this looks like is you need to stay positive, you need to stay optimistic, you need to understand that your business is going to be successful, because it is, as long as you have that personality, as long as you're visualizing success for your business, it is going to be successful. But do not plan for it to be successful from the get-go. Do not be over-optimistic. Do not expect it to take off when it's not going to take off. Do not expect you to not have any troubles along the way. Do not expect to not be in debt for your business. There are several things that you need to understand and realize and expect along the way, and that is one of the problems with optimism, is you do not always plan for everything. So start planning and get to expecting for things to happen. And I'm sorry this video is short. Like I said, I didn't read the whole book. There wasn't much I really got from the book, so this is it. This is all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. Comment below, let me know if you've read this book, if you have any other things that go along with this. Comment below, let me know if you know the secret to staying optimistic, the secret to using optimistic as your weapon. Comment below, let me know what your trick is, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye.